still creating. All right, now we should be live.
All right. Welcome back to Dice Addicts Anonymous. This is now episode 3 we are on. We'd like to thank all of our viewers for joining us. And yeah, so last we left off, our group was separated in the district of Hammerfeld and in Haldum, the city. Last I remember, Hazor and Keo, you were together, and Saul and Sation were together, respectively. So, if you guys have any preference of who wants to go first, I believe we can start with Hazor and Keo back in the bar, the tavern. Hazor, you had just finished losing 2 pints of really fine quality ale to another very burly man in an arm wrestling contest. And Keo, you had finished a discussion prior to watching Hazor get robbed of his ale.
Thanks for reminding me. Forgot about the pain of losing.
It's what good friends do, Caleb. Yeah. So you two are drinking. As you are drinking, one second, let me turn down my music. This is getting distracting. I got like almost a Gregorian chant going in the background. I'm like, this is not the vibe I need.
Great bar music.
Yeah. So you guys are you guys continuing to stay in the tavern? Are you going to continue buying ale or doing any interactions with the surrounding NPCs? What's the plan?
I think Keo is gonna buy a lot of the cheapest ale there is at the bar, and she's gonna start pounding it. It's like pretty much right after another. Yeah.
Barkeep kind of looks at you and goes, "Isn't that a little much for someone of small stature?"
Well, my good sir, we are about to find out. Give me another one.
"I do not condone this," and he passes you another one.
You don't have to condone it. And then I just start chugging it. I don't have my drink with me, but I'm chugging it.
He looks to you, Hazor, and goes, "And, what'll you be having?"
I'll stick with what I have.
Gotcha. So where did you say you were from?
Oh, you know, a town not there anymore.
And which one would that be? I haven't heard too much, although there were rumors of certain happenings up
Well, I
north,
guess it doesn't...
but I can't imagine that you escaped that mess.
Oh, I can't really imagine either. But it doesn't really matter where we're from, does it? Because we escaped...
I suppose not, but isn't it kind of nice just to sit and talk for a while?
Sure, it's real nice. Do you have another one? Her head's starting to hurt real bad. She's not feeling good. The room is starting to spin.
Roll me a d20.
Oh, Lord. Oh, wait, shit, that was the wrong die. Sorry. That's a 9.
All right. Keo, the room starts to get a little fuzzy and blurry as you keep downing your drinks. Hazor, roll me a d20 as well.
All right, you're gonna... I rolled an 8.
Oh my god.
All right, Hazor, you're not drinking too much, but you notice that Keo is just a little bit loopy.
Kyo.
Yeah.
Are you alright?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know why? Because our entire town got destroyed. I destroy everything I touch with this magic that I don't understand. My mom is dead. I killed a man. I almost got Station sent to prison, and now I'm in some godforsaken town. I don't even know where we are or what we're doing, what we're supposed to be doing now that this thing is gone. No, Hazor, I'm not okay.
Hazor was gonna go and try to push her mug away from her a little bit.
Yeah, she doesn't even notice.
The barkeep goes, "Hey, it's not just any godforsaken town. It's my godforsaken town."
I'm sorry if I offended you with my
It's okay. It's
problems.
rather rubbish around here anyway.
Still a pretty bad town, yeah.
He's like, "I can't really defend it. I just live here." We got a
Why do
couple
you
nice
keep-
things though. We got some decent ale, and every now and then we're allowed to stay out past curfew for festivals and such. That's good. That's always good. Boost
She
to
sits up a
morale.
little bit. She's like, "What do you mean, curfew?"
Oh, you don't know?
No, bro. I got here like 5 minutes ago, like an hour ago. Time doesn't matter. What curfew?
You're supposed to be in at a certain time, although it's not there quite yet. Usually it's, a couple hours after sundown. But we're getting closer to winter, so it's quite a few more hours past sundown.
Why do we need a curfew?
General security purposes. So there's less shenanigans that happen after dark.
Your town is surrounded by walls. Whoa.
Yeah.
What are you afraid of? What's out there?
It's not really what's out there. It's really the shenanigans that go inside the walls. The Woolus clan says it's for hindering crime. Not really sure what crime they're referring to. We don't have too much organized crime in these parts, and not really much people to pickpocket.
How long
Especially
have the
after
Ulas
dark.
been here?
Oh, long as we can remember, they've been here for generations.
And
They've
had
always
this
been in
curfew
charge.
They've had this curfew the entire time?
Yeah. It's been a while, probably 20 or 30 years now. Ever since I was a boy. Yeah.
Huh.
Although, then again, when I was a boy, there wasn't too much of a curfew early on, but then they reinstituted it. Supposedly they did it prior. So it's on an as-needed basis, but it's been as needed for 3 decades.
Have they said why? Just like, have they give any sort of... Why
Like
do
I
they
said,
think y'all are so
hindering
rowdy?
crime.
Y'all seem kind of...
I haven't the foggiest.
Huh. Okay. Well, I mean, we still have a few hours, right?
Yeah, you probably have 2 hours, maybe. Hour and a half.
Okay, perfect. Hazor, give me my mug back. And she starts drinking again.
He leans over to his. Keep an eye on her. She seems a little emotionally unstable.
Oh, I'm all the way unstable, but you know what? Cheap ale's good ale. It's all good. Things are good. We're good.
All right.
I think after that last mug, she's kind of done.
Yeah, she's. It's the bar
it's
top.
the bar, yeah.
All right. Well, once she blats out Hazor, what do you do?
Um. Pretty confused. I'll probably just. I don't know. Should I leave the bar? I'm not sure. Just like, I don't know. Try and go to the place we were supposed to go. I guess I'm alone.
Are you leaving Kyo in the bar, or?
No, I'm gonna sling over my shoulder and just walk to the gate we were supposed to go to.
All right. Okay, you guys start walking. It's gonna take like, 15, 20 minutes to get to the gate. As you are walking, it's quite dark outside, not quite curfew. People are starting to, most people are in their homes, but a couple people are starting to wander back wherever they live. You hear very little other than the shuffling of feet. All right. Back to Sation and Saul. What do you guys do since last we left off?
Well, Ulrich, no, not. Was his name Ulrich?
Yes, Ulrich.
Okay. He
that was the elderly dwarf.
Yeah, he had directed us to, or he pointed us in the location of a human refugee camp, and so I suppose we make our way over there, as long as Station's fine with that, because
Station's fine with that.
All
right. All right. As you guys kind of wander, it's dark by this point. You guys wander through the camp. You finally get to slightly taller tents.
Yeah.
And you notice people actually somewhat your size. They're a little darker in complexion, probably like an olive. They kind of all stare at you. They have deep black hair, and really deep blue eyes. They all look at you and with some curiosity and wonder as to why people like you are wandering through the refugee camp. There's very little noise. Most people are asleep, but most of the people out are either teenage boys or young men or father figures kind of guarding the tent doors.
Could I walk up to one of the father figures and I suppose, could I ask him if we could have a meeting with their leader at such a late hour?
Sure. You walk up to one of them, and the slightly older gentleman, he's probably you're older than most of the group, Saul, but he's probably 10, 15 years older than you.
Okay.
He looks at you somewhat quizzically and looks back in the tent and looks at you and as if he's not really sure what you said, and he goes, Achma?
Okay. So instead of doing that, I'm just gonna whatever. I'm gonna like show him the amulet that I have around my neck, and
he
point at it.
He kind of looks at it and goes. He's very excited. He goes and just waves to you, and he goes, "Aye, aye."
Like, as in to go in?
He kind of waves you into the street, stands up, and starts leading you somewhere.
Okay. Alright, so, yeah. I'm like, Station, come on, buddy.
I'm following.
He walks to a tent, and he kind of motions for you to stay and goes.
Right.
He walks into a tent, and there's some discussion in a foreign language that you're not really sure what they're saying. And then this older bearded gentleman steps out. He's shaven on the top, dressed in these brown robes, and he looks at you and goes, "Hello."
Hello.
He goes, "Lachwi here says that you bear a sign."
Yes, I believe you know something about this amulet. Show him the.
He goes, "I do. Come inside."
Okay, can my friend come with me?
Of course.
Okay.
It is an open invitation.
So I go in the tent. So what is your name?
He goes, "My name is Abram."
Abram. Nice to meet you, Abram. My name is Saul. I have no idea what this is. I've been looking for answers for a very long time.
Then how did you come by acquiring it?
Well, Abram, it's a funny story. Not really funny, but you see, one day I woke up in a pile of hay with no memory of my past. The only clue, I suppose, being this thing that's around my neck. And so, ever since then, I've been researching everything that I can find to see if there are any clues as to what this is and as to the secret of maybe unlocking my past. Because quite honestly, I don't know who I am. I really hope you can help me.
We do not make this symbol here. We do not believe in such things. But we have brothers native to this land. We came to greet them, but we find that they are few in number and quite sparse. They make such things. Forget what they call them. But it is one of their symbols.
Such things? The symbols?
Yes. They have different kinds of symbols for different things. We do not make such medallions. We do not carry anything.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, but they create symbols to reflect their solemn praise.
I see. So, where could I go about finding these people that are few in number?
Hard to say. There were supposed to be a number of them in this town, but on arrival, we could not find them. We had exchanged letters. I had sent messengers ahead, such as Brother James. But when James arrived, several months before we had, there was no one to give the letter to. And we are unsure where they are, where they went.
I see. Okay. Well, I appreciate you giving me this information. You have no clue where they went. Do you know where they reside?
Sadly, no. Well, one of them used to own an inn. Somewhere in the inner city. But it was a very small place, only one spare room, but they would give it to whoever needed it. The name was Samuel, if I recall.
The name of the inn or the name of the person that owned the inn?
That was the name of who owned it, but we went to find him and he wasn't there. As a matter of fact, the only person there left was his son, who hadn't heard from his father in several years.
Okay.
He apparently had kept our letters, though, and he kept up with collecting them and keeping them. But his father had been gone since.
Well, I suppose that's a start. Thank you so much. I don't know if we will be able to get back into the city right now. If it's too presumptuous to ask, would we be able to sleep here for the night?
Of course, yes. Unfortunately, we don't have spare bed mats, but you are welcome to lay on the earth, and we can gather some food for you. We can't promise much, but
Oh no,
we'll give you what we have.
this is more than enough. Thank you.
Good, excellent. Perchance, have you encountered anyone else with that symbol?
In my life that I remember, I've never seen anyone with a symbol of this nature.
I advise you to seek your mind and sift through memories and see if you can understand what happened prior to you waking up. Might hold the key.
How do you propose I go about doing that?
It is not an easy task, and it is not really a process that is replicable. It is unique.
Okay.
I can tell you no more. All I know is I can take it on faith that it can be done. But it is not something I understand. It is simply something that I have encountered and I have borne witness to.
This is a lot. This is a lot of information. Thank you so much, Abram.
Of course. If you have any other questions or require further assistance, let me know.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Abram.
Yes, sir.
You guys have any fish here?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
We have some grain, which we make into small cakes, and we have gruel, but we can't typically afford any sort of meats, especially that which comes from water.
I understand.
I apologize.
Would you like one fish?
Yes, that would actually be much appreciated.
Alright, Station reaches into his bag and gives one fish. His last remaining fish. To Abram.
So, would we be staying in this tent?
Yes.
Okay. I turn to Station after I suppose Abram has kind of left us to sleep. And I'm like, Station, do you know anything about what Abram was talking about? How does anyone sift their mind for memories that I don't know I have?
I don't know how he intends for you to sift through your thoughts. However, I myself have seen things in my brain. Things I don't understand. Things from before I was alive. But
see.
I could not describe them to you. But I suppose there's a chance that Abram is referring to a similar process.
How do you do it?
Well, it's through the relics of my ancestors, you see.
Okay.
I was chosen by my ancestors, and I share powers with them.
I don't know my ancestors, nor do I know of any power. But maybe this amulet performs the same way as your connection to your ancestors does.
Perhaps. But I'm no expert.
I see. I like take my amulet off and I'm just like staring at it. I'd probably just stare at it for like the rest of the night.
All right, very good.
Maybe like
All right.
tracing the lines on it like I have thousands of times.
All right, I'm going to cut back to Keo and Hazor at this time. So, Keo, you're just kind of good ale.
Great. That was really great. I think I'm falling asleep. I have no idea what's going on. I'm just falling asleep.
Zor, you're kind of wandering towards the gate. It's getting a little late, and someone from a house goes, "Psst. Hey, yeah, you in the street, the big guy with the girl, yeah, you."
I look around. Me?
Shh. Quiet. You don't know what strange things are afoot.
And what would that be?
Some things are better left unknown.
Should I go inside somewhere?
He goes, that would be my suggestion. Do you have lodging?
No.
He goes, come inside, come inside.
Thank you. I go inside.
He goes, okay. And he lights a little candle, and you see a small room with 2 doors leading off it. He goes, I'm sorry to take you in such a rush, but we have a spare room in the back if you would like to stay the night.
I feel like I'm about to get my orc kidneys harvested.
You sure?
Yeah, I don't know if I trust this guy.
He goes, my name is Michael. I own this small house. Well, sort of. I inherited it. But my dad would want me to share what we have, so. But he's not here. But you can take the spare room in the back, if you'd like. We have wine, if you like wine, and we have bread, and a very small portion of salted pork. You don't have to pay me, unless you really want to. But I'd rather take someone off the street than find that they aren't there in the morning.
Why are you so trusting of an orc and an unconscious elf?
Well, to be fair, I didn't know the lady was an elf. Very strange, those ones. Weird customs and such. And I've never met an orc. Not even sure what that is. I'm assuming that's what you are.
Yes, that's me.
Ghosts. All I know is you're very large and you have pointy teeth and seem to be sickly, but not physically because you're quite strong looking, but you might have contracted gangrene.
No, that's just my skin.
Interesting. My apologies. I've never encountered someone of just kind of looks large stature with such obvious features and kind of points to the teeth.
I guess I just go into the back room and throw
He
Keo
goes-
on the floor.
Yeah, he goes, there's...
I'm like, thanks. I just go
He
back.
hears the thud and goes, "Are you all right in there?"
Yeah, no trouble.
He goes, "Oh, good. There's linen in the chest at the foot of the bed."
It's a nice place.
I'll toss a sheet of linen to Keo and then take the bed for myself.
Like curl up into a little ball. Like, night, Mom.
God, that's horrible.
You don't hear from... He just kind of walks away and extinguishes the candle and goes to bed.
Nice, free logic.
Yeah.
Right. You all wake up. You guys are gonna wake up in the morning. But before that, actually, I need to talk with Blaine. So, Blaine, you meditate on your medallion and tracing it over and over and over again until you get sleepy and you slowly nod off and slump.
My head hits
Into your-
the floor really hard. Boom. No, I'm just joking.
And you feel warm
Okay.
when you fall asleep. Not temperature-wise, just emotionally warm.
Mm-hmm.
You wake up and you look around and there's sunshine and you're in a meadow. Kind of look around, there's standing stones in the distance. There's a rolling thundercloud on the horizon, slowly rolling towards the stones and eventually you.
Oh. It's rolling towards me.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose I try to run away. I mean, I don't know if I can outrun. I try to find some cover. Is probably what I would do.
Right. You seek shelter underneath a tree, and the faster you run, the faster the storm moves, and it eventually overtakes you, and gets very dark.
Mm.
And you kind of hear, so.
Who's there?
What are you doing, so?
What am I doing? What am I
You
doing?
were supposed to be with us. You were supposed to do what you were told. Where are you? Why have you forsaken us? Why did you abandon us, Saul?
I didn't abandon you.
Oh, but you did.
No.
Saul, silly Saul, you left your family, everyone, and now you are chasing after trinkets.
I had a family? Who are you?
That is no matter, Saul. What matters is that we are someone, and you are not. You're nobody without us, Saul. Forget chasing after trinkets and symbols. Come home to the stones. And there's like a weird shifting, and you get a little bit of a traumatic flashback to like a violent jerk, and you look around and you're in the middle of a stone circle that's really dark.
Middle of a stone circle.
You look around and there's various runes carved on the standing stones.
Do I like instinctively try to reach and pull out my journal. Do I even have that? Nope.
There's no journal.
Alright, so I'm like inspecting the runes cautiously. I try to find
Kind of
one
look
that
around.
matches up with the one that's around, that I'm used to.
There's none like that. You look around and then you feel jerked again, and you look to the center of the circle, and there's a deer split in half.
Holy shit.
It goes, Saul, you made a promise, Saul. You're ours. Take off the silly medallion. Cast it away. Come home.
No. What did I do?
You made a deal with us, Saul. You and all of your friends. But you ran away, didn't you? You ran away. And only a few of you are left. Only a few stay loyal.
I don't know what I did in the past, but I'm gonna trust past Saul in his decision to run away, and I try to run away, like from the runic area.
Right. As you keep running through the forest gets thicker and thicker.
Okay.
Darker and darker, and you keep getting caught on weeds and briars, and everywhere you turn there's frightening symbols and generally grotesque images of animals twisted and turned, and the plants continue to get more and more manipulated and corrupted as you keep walking through this forest. So you keep wandering and wandering, fighting. You just get into worse and worse condition until finally you trip on a root and fall into a clearing. There's a sunrise on the other side, and the mist is starting to dissipate. You hear, Saul, come back, Saul. Don't go into the light, Saul.
I am absolutely going to go into the light.
That's not where you're supposed to be, Saul.
I'm doing it anyways, and I run towards the light.
You kind of hear a little jingle, and you remember you still feel the weight of the medallion around your neck.
Okay. I look down, I inspect it.
The medallion's there. It's the only possession other than your clothing that's around you.
Alright, well, I'm glad I have clothes. Gosh. I don't know. Am I still running towards the light? I'm not going to take the medallion off. I'm absolutely not going to take the medallion off, because that's what they want you to do. I think Carl It's frozen.
Yeah, he appears to be frozen.
Oh,
Should've
there we
kept
go.
talking.
Sorry. Yeah, I froze.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to take the medallion off because that's what they want me to do. And quite honestly, I don't trust this dude. Maybe I look at it and I'm like, what should I do?
It goes. You hear in a very deep, tremendous, almost jolting voice, Saul, do not listen to the darkness that lies beyond the wood. Come into the light. Forget the past.
Forget the past.
Do not let it govern who you are now. You must not be so focused on the past that you cannot move forward.
I had a family?
Of sorts. But that is not what's important. What's important is who your family will be, not who your family was.
Okay. Yeah, I run to the light.
As you step into the light, you feel that joyous, warm feeling again. You kind of step through some berry bushes, and you peer through what seems to be a much brighter lit wood. And you look, and there's a man sitting on a rock with a cup, and he scoops down into a spring and reaches out to you, handing you the cup.
What is this?
He can't speak. He remains mute and just continues to extend his hand.
Alright, well, I've gone far enough already. I guess I'll take a drink. Alright, I'll drink the whole thing, quite honestly. Slurp it up.
You reach out and you grab the cup, and then you're jolted awake by Sation shaking you.
Saul.
Station. Oh my god. Don't. Why did you wake me up?
What happened?
Dude, I don't know. I had a vision of sorts.
A vision.
I heard, I don't know, there were people. There's people talking to me. I didn't know who they were. One seemed very obviously in the wrong, and one definitely seemed in the right. And I think I made a choice just now, but I don't know its significance or anything. I found out I have a past
Spit it out, Saul.
a past family, I suppose. I was in the middle of this forest with stones all around me, and it appears that I was a part of something terrible. I think I did something terrible. And they want me back. And I think if I take this amulet off of my neck, they're gonna get me back.
Well,
Sation, I don't know what to do.
Well, this sounds to me like some sort of metaphysical allegory of sorts. That's my hint. Can I roll?
Did you
Oh
really?
my.
Are you really pulling from our vocab list of junior year English?
That was for you and you alone, Carl. I'm glad you liked it. Can I roll for metaphysics here, or
Yes, you can.
planar?
It wouldn't be planar. It would be metaphysics, if
Metaphysics?
anything. I mean, you could also theoretically roll philosophy for this, but
I'm
take your
good.
pick.
That would only
I'm
give me a
good.
very hollow answer that I can maybe hang on to for a little bit.
Would one be better than the other, Carl?
Not necessarily. It depends on
Alright.
what you want to get out
I'm
of it,
rolling-
really.
I'm rolling philosophy then, because I have a higher bonus.
Gotcha.
16 plus 2, 18.
All right. You believe that, likely, in your opinion, these voices are either one of two things. Either Saul here has schizophrenia, and you believe that he has voices speaking to him, and they're entirely internal. Or there's something else going on. You would tend to believe that it's the latter, seeing that you have yourself had somewhat eerily spiritual experiences with voices
Right.
in the past week. And you believe that perhaps it's plausible that Saul is experiencing something similar as well.
So like
Perhaps it's a higher power. Perhaps it's ghosts of a past. You're not entirely sure.
Saul, I believe who was speaking to you may have been some sort of divine figure.
I see.
I have reason to believe, based on what you told me.
Okay, well, using that information, I'm very glad I ran away from the evil, whispery sounding guy that spoke through the face of a dead deer, and ran towards the light of the booming voice of sweet, silky smoothness. Potentially even, I don't know, Gilbert Gottfried. Anyways.
Who's that?
Don't worry about it. It's for another time. Maybe when we
Okay.
have less to think about.
Well,
Well-
what are you gonna do?
I don't know. I mean, you won't. So here's the thing. This is why I'm kind of annoyed at you, Station, but not like, it's not your fault. I went to the light, and I instantly was in a better place. I felt very warm, and this figure offered me a drink. And before I could drink, that's when I was woken up.
Well, I have an explanation.
Yes.
The warm feeling you had is probably from the dude outside the tent who took a piss, and that's why I woke up, because I was laying in it and it was gross, and I didn't want you to also lay in it, so I woke you up. I'm sorry.
All right. If that's the case, still,
Do you think this will happen again?
I'm not sure. It happened because I was just looking at my amulet, and I drifted off. But I'm very scared of taking my amulet off again.
Saul, when was the last time you had any ale?
Well, it had to be. Gosh, it had to be whenever
It would be on the boat.
on the boat.
Yeah, because you stole the whiskey.
Right.
Well, someone
Do you
stole the
think-
whiskey, and you drank it.
Do you think possibly, Saul, your sobriety has something to do with this?
I'm not going to lie to you, Sation. I was having some pretty serious withdrawals whenever we were transporting the cargo, so I'm sorry if I was snappy with you at
I
that
understand.
time. But right
I'm just
now,
trying to help you understand this mystery.
right now, I'm not feeling anything.
Interesting.
Yeah. Can I
Well-
say that warm feeling is still staying around just a little bit, like lingering
A little bit.
a little bit?
Maybe
Slowly fading because of the
Maybe
drink.
some of the urine got to you.
Well, anyways, Station, let's move to a different spot.
We should wait, is it still nighttime?
No, it's morning.
Oh, okay. We
I
should
mean,
try
it's
to
not
meet up.
late morning, it's fairly early morning. A lot of
should try
people are
to-
still asleep.
We should try to meet
Abram
up
is-
with our teammates,
Yeah.
our party.
Most likely. Abram is most obviously not in the tent.
Okay.
He must be out and about.
Saul,
Yes.
before we leave,
Yeah.
maybe you should speak with Abram about what happened to you.
I agree, but he's not around. Do you think I could go outside to one of the people, say like Abram? Do you think they would recognize the name? Probably, unless it's to ask or look for him.
Yeah, you ask some of the people, they don't really speak your same language, but they recognize the name and they go, duh. And they point outside of the tent.
Okay. Well, I like thank you, and then
Oh, they go.
While this is happening, Station is also peeing on the floor.
okay. Well, make sure he does it outside of the tent.
Inside the tent.
Oh God, you're just
In the
They
existing puddle.
okay.
They just kind of look at you a little strange and
Really just taking all that hospitality and throwing it out the window, aren't you?
Yeah. When in Rome.
I guess. All right. Well, when you're done, Station, catch up to me, and I'm gonna go find Abram.
Okay, I have a small bladder. I'm done.
Okay.
You guys walk about, and as you keep asking directions for Abram, everyone just keeps pointing you. Eventually, you guys get to the edge of a cliff that overlooks the stone quarry below. And Abram's sitting on a rock, just kind of overlooking it.
Can I yell down, Abram? Oh, wait, no, he's overlooking it, so we can just walk up to him. So we walk up to him. I hope, as long as he's not, like, sleeping or anything, I'm like, hey, Abram.
He's awake.
Okay.
He goes, you're awake.
Yeah, I had a crazy dream vision, and I was wondering, are you a religious man yourself?
I suppose so.
Yes? Okay. Could I tell you about what I think I saw?
Of course.
And I tell him about my vision, the extent of what I saw, and what I did up to getting woken up.
He goes, it appears that you are in the middle of a conflict, young Master Saul.
Conflict. How so?
You appear to be in the process of reclaiming. You have an interesting road ahead of you. I cannot tell you much, because I do not know the future. But what I can say is that you are in good company, but you are never far from bad.
Okay. So I'm just gonna keep walking this tightrope.
It will be a narrow path.
All right.
Think of it as climbing a mountain as the world sinks. You are never far from drowning, but it is never it is never easy to continue pursuing the peak.
I see. Oh. Thank you, Abram. Thank you.
He
very
goes, before you leave. Oh, and he kind of rummages through his cloak and pulls out a tightly bound scroll. He goes, suppose you will need this more than I will.
What is it?
Some people call it a guide. Some people call it a command. And yet others call it something else entirely. But we refer to it as the way. He hands it to you.
Thank you, Abram, for everything that you've done. Suppose I'll take a look at this. But in the meantime, could you point us in the direction of the inn that Samuel used to own?
It would be just inside the gate you came to come to Hammerfeld.
Okay.
Although, do not expect to leave Hammerfeld without some resistance.
Okay.
It is not as if people can just freely go in and out of a refugee camp.
Well, there's no way to... That sucks. Abram, we have friends in Hammerfeld right now that we are traveling with.
That might be difficult.
Yes. Do you know of any way to get in contact with them?
Not particularly well. I mean, we have a guard or two that usually we give letters to then bring it to some friends we have on the outside of the wall ourselves, but typically we can't do that, so we have to wait until our young men are sent down to the mine.
I see.
Then they exchange letters with people we usually pay as couriers to meet them at the edge of the mine. Hopefully they don't get caught, and hopefully the letters get to their intended place, but we never know.
I see. Okay, well...
It would be easier for your friends to come to you than for you to go to them.
Alright, well then...
If you intend on trying to escape and get out of this town, you would either have to get permission to go through the gate, or you would have to find another way. Perhaps the dwarves can help you. I have heard they are... You didn't hear this from me, but I hear they are devising plans on how to exit.
Abram, you are the best.
Because I am not. I am merely here.
Thank you. And then I nod to Sation.
Hey, Abram. I just want to make something clear. If there's, never mind. It wasn't me. If you go back and, thank you for your help. Your hospitality has been greatly appreciated.
He goes,
I hope you enjoy the fish.
I don't know what that means, but good luck. Have providence.
Have providence, and then we leave. So I turn to Sation, and I'm like, Sation, from what I hear, this is probably the best way out through the dwarves. Now we just got to kind of bank on the fact that I hope our friends can make it to us. If not, we go to them, obviously. But I say maybe we give it another day to let them have the opportunity to come to us. Because
I have another plan.
Okay.
However, it would not be nearly as safe.
Okay.
We could round up any refugees who wish to leave, and I could chase them out as a bear. They'll be forced to let them out. They wouldn't let them be massacred. Hopefully.
I doubt it. By by just a mere hunch and the look on Mr. Storymaster's face when you said that. But I'd also like the time to study this scroll that I just received. So that's my input on this. Yeah.
I agree.
You agree?
We should. I concur. We shall ponder the scroll.
Okay. Pondering the scroll. I'd like to, I guess, go back to where we slept.
Station would not like to go back to where we slept.
I'd like Station to go back to where we slept, and
Station will not show his face back in that tent. Station is overcome with guilt for what he did in the tent.
Okay, well then maybe we find somewhere shady and take a look at this scroll.
It's a refugee camp. There's a lot of shady stuff.
I think he means shade from the
Like
sun.
under a
Yeah,
tree.
yeah.
Maybe.
There's not too many trees, but you can find one.
Okay. All right.
You and 30 other people who are seeking shelter from the shade.
Well, considering how secretive Abram pulled this scroll out, I'm not going to pull it out when there's 30 other people around. So maybe we find somewhere that nobody else is. How about that?
Okay. You find a somewhat remote place on the edge of the camp near a different cliff. There's a couple dwarves in the distance, but they're just like laughing and rolling dice.
Man, how charming.
They're living their own campaign.
Yeah.
You open the scroll and it's written in a strange language you don't entirely understand. You're like
Well, I have
Read that.
academics. Like I have second language. Is it Moorish?
It is not, sadly.
Okay, fair enough. But I also have linguistics, and so maybe I can try and decipher some of it.
You can roll.
Yeah.
Best I've got is scribing, buddy. Closest I could get to that.
I also have scribing, but linguistics would be better, wouldn't it? Because
Correct. It's a language you don't know.
yeah. All right. Well, I got an 8.
Right. You can't really decipher much.
Yeah. Same as the other cryptic text that I have from Bitterbread. But it's cool to look at, I guess. I have relic lore. Does it have any magical or arcane properties to it? If I were to roll,
You can't really tell.
yeah, fair enough.
It seems to be just paper.
Just paper. All right. Well, Station, I'm just gonna keep this safe.
Can I charm the scroll into telling us what it means?
The scroll is not a living creature, so no.
Yeah.
Could I try?
All right. Well, do you guys sit in the shade? I'm going to cut back to Kyo and Hazor. On that note, you guys wake up. Kyo, you have a raging headache. And very foggy recollection of last night, and you remember being sad, then happy, and then sad again, and then happy again, and then you remember hitting the floor, and then you remember waking up.
Excellent. Okay, I get off the floor and I kind of just like stumble into like the main hallway. Just like I have no idea where I am.
There's a note left from Michael that says, "Gone to market. help yourself to a little bread. I hope you find whatever you're looking for.
I don't know who this is, but he seems like a nice guy. And then I go eat some bread and probably drink some water if he has it. Just kind of like trying to.
Azor, you wake up a little bit later, and Theo has woken up and obviously left some linen is still on the floor, and kind of hear the crunching of somewhat stale bread.
Oh, that's the best kind.
I walk in there and look at her and say, "You are foolish, like those silly men with the chains."
Look, I was testing my limits. It won't happen again. Trust me. I'm
I had
sorry
to carry
if
you through 15 blocks.
Oh. Look, I'm sorry. I promise it won't happen again. I hit a low point. I lost my cool.
I just grabbed some bread.
Well, it's been a long time, and Saul and Sation aren't anywhere. So, well, I mean, we didn't really organize a place to meet. We should probably try to figure out where they are. I'm getting kind of worried.
They must be outside the city.
Okay.
That's where they were heading.
Right. Should we wait for the owner of the house to come back and then figure out what we do? Or do we just go right to the city halls and see what's what? Or the wall?
I say we leave now. And I guess I put a coin or two on the table.
Okay. Yep, we're heading out.
All right. You guys walk down the street towards the gate that you guys were somewhat making your way to last night. You guys pass through the streets. Roll 2 observation checks for me, or perception.
Wait, I can see that. 14 plus 1?
I got a 4 and a 7.
All
Or,
right.
Wait, just 1 for each
Just
of us,
one.
or 2 each? Oh,
7. Take
I
a
rolled
7.
4 first. But
Yeah, it's a 15 total.
Hazor, you don't see it, but Kyo, you kind of notice down a side alley there is a guy just slumped over.
I say, like, wait a minute to Hazor. I, like, hold up a hand and then I go and, like, check on him. See if he's okay.
You kind of walk in and he has like a hood draped over his head. It's like this.
Okay, I like kind of. Is he like sitting down?
Yeah, he's like.
Okay, I kind of like
kicked
squat
out.
down.
Yeah.
I kind of squat down and say like, "Hey, can you hear me? Are you okay?"
No response.
Okay. Can I roll for field medicine or first aid?
Sure.
Whichever one makes more sense. Okay, first aid because I have a +3. Ooh. Never mind. That's a 4. I lift up his hood.
You lift up his hood and his face is just
She
empty.
she startles and like rushes and hits the other wall. And she looks.
You kind of
Sorry, go
see
ahead.
that his throat has been slit.
Okay, she recovers and then like sort of tries to push aside so she can see the wound better.
It's nasty. And uncannily clean cut though. But there's a lot of blood.
She is Is it anyone?
It's kind of dried and
that-
caked on now, but
Is it anyone that we would recognize? Okay.
no, you've never seen this man before in your life.
Is there anything around the body? Like a
No.
Okay. Well, I didn't think I'd be solving a murder today. I kind of like, can I like pat down the body and see if he has anything on him? I'm not trying to loot the body. I'm trying to see if...
He has a surprisingly large amount of stuff on him.
I don't see for sale sign. I don't see no price tags or anything.
No, we're not taking it.
He has a dagger which has not been unsheathed. He has some coins and other stuff. Has a hand rag in his pocket. He actually has a decently nice ring, like nothing too fancy, but it's like it's a metal ring.
Like a class ring.
Is there anything on it, like any symbols or anything?
No, it's just plain. But it's nice enough that you think if someone was going to pickpocket or rob the body, they would have taken it.
That's true.
I kind of take a step back from the body and I put my hand on the victim's head and I close my eyes and I say a few words in prayer. Then I stand up and I'm like, well, this is an assassination. I feel bad about just leaving someone, obviously, let alone someone of means, just in an alley to rot like this. But I also don't know where we would take him. How do you feel about, like, lugging around a dead body, Hazor?
I kind of push his body over with my end of my axe and say, "This is no trouble of ours."
All right. I take his cloak off and I lay him down and I put so it covers his head and I'm like, all right. And then we walk, I think.
All right. As you guys walk towards the gate, the gate's open. They're pulling some of both dwarves and human refugees by a chain down towards the main gate y'all entered town through. You guys stop at the gate and some of the security checkpoint guards look at you and go, "Move along. You ain't got no business here."
Well, I mean, actually, we kind of do. You see, we, got some friends over there that aren't supposed to be there. We'd like to go.
What
get
do you
them.
mean not supposed to be there?
They just got mixed up. They're very stupid. Look, we just gotta, get them. We're not gonna cause any trouble. We're not here for anything. We just gotta get our friends, and we'll be out of your hair. Quickly.
How do I know you're not smuggling people out?
I'm tiny. What am I gonna... I can't smuggle anyone out.
You'd be surprised.
How much... I'm not... No. I can't... I show him my pockets. I'm like, look, I'm not here to pull one over on you. I legitimately just want to get these two idiots and get out of here as fast as possible. And I have a headache, so I really don't want to be trifled with right now. Please, just let us through.
He goes, what do they look like?
I described them.
He goes, "We're not letting you in, but we'll send someone in for him."
Okay. How long is that going to take?
He goes, "As long as it does."
Okay. Good talk. We'll wait here for that.
All right. Step over there, and there's a couple other people just sitting there. A couple of them look a little freaked out and looking around.
I kind of look down and I'm like, you okay? Something wrong?
They just look at you and look down again.
What are they? Are they dwarves? Are they humans?
No, they're human.
Okay. Are you also waiting for someone inside the town?
Or tough?
Okay. Do you...
Very bad.
What's very bad?
Oh, well. You see, my associate stole something very, very nice, and ran into the camp. So I get to stay here until they fetch him.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm so
And
sorry.
if they can't find him, then guess who has to pay the price for it?
Oh.
I do.
Yeah.
Please leave me alone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. That's fine. Sorry about that. Hope you get your stuff.
Oh, if only.
Is there anyone? Is it just that one guy, or is there anyone else?
Nah, there's a couple others, but they don't seem in a talkative mood either.
Okay.
Locals.
Yeah, tell me about it. I mean, I guess I don't really see what else we could do unless we just wait here for them. So I think that's what we'll do.
Right. Blaine, after some amount of time, some guards with the same black uniforms you saw before are kind of like pushing through and shoving people. And they kind of see you and go, "Hey, you!"
Okay.
"Yeah, you too. The one in the kilt and the other one in the strange robes. Come with me. You're needed."
Station. Well, how far away is he? He's probably a ways away because he yelled.
Yeah.
So I'm like under my breath, like Station. Like, what do we do? Are we gonna?
Man, I was just starting to like it here, man.
Well, I think this is a little bit more serious than
Are we in? Did we do something? Is it because I pissed in that tent?
maybe. But anyways, Abram said it's hard to get out of the city once you're in. I don't want to go back into the city.
It's a good point. That's all.
I don't think there's anything we can do.
He gets closer and closer, shoving through the dwarves.
Yeah. All right. We're coming.
Tim and two others.
Yeah.
All right. They kind of grab you and pull you along.
It's all right. Hey, we're going. We're going.
They go. After a while, you get pushed through the gate, and they go back with your friends.
What friends?
You see Hazor and Keo just sitting there.
Oh, hey guys.
Who are these people?
Station. Let's just get out of here.
So I hope your day and night has been as awesome as ours. Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Really?
So
But
let's...
what about the doors, Saul?
Listen, Station. The plan has changed.
We owe it to them to help.
The plan has to change.
Why?
Alright, so we go. We're not
Saul, listen
we're
to
not
me.
in earshot of the guards anymore. What's up?
Saul, listen to me.
Yeah.
Abram told us it would be hard to get out of the city.
I know.
If the dwarves have a plan, we should just go with them.
The dwarves have a tunnel, from what I gathered.
Okay.
Now, that would be a great plan had everyone met up inside the refugee camp.
Look,
Right.
man, they said we couldn't go inside the camp. We had to bring you out. I was worried that something bad had happened to you.
I understand.
So,
I understand. We got it.
You say
But
dwarves?
yes, there are dwarves in the refugee camp down, but past
a
the gate.
refugee camp.
Yes, this whole place back there was a refugee camp. What we learned is, well, I guess to spare the details, I just can I lay them? Can I just say I tell them
Yeah.
everything that we learned? And so there you have it. I think it's going to be really hard to get out of the city, and yeah. So what have you guys been up to?
Well, I might have overdone it a little bit, but, you said you were talking about some guy named Samson who had an inn.
Yeah,
Samuel.
Did he? Sorry, Samuel. Did he say what his son's name was?
it was like Michael.
Oh, okay. Well, we just met that guy. He kind of let us stay. I don't know how you're feeling, Saul, but we could maybe see him at some point. Right now, I'm kind of with Station. I don't feel like it's good to leave the dwarves here, and I feel like if we are trying to get out of the city, it's better to do it in a larger group
So
than the four of us.
So hear me out. I'm not saying we are abandoning the dwarves, but what I am saying is the dwarves obviously have a plan. Let's not mess up their plan to get out by meddling around, getting caught.
We could help them.
How so? The only thing that we know is the dwarves have a way out, and so they would just be helping us.
Well, I mean, if they had a way out, they would be out by now. There's something that's keeping them here.
We delivered
Maybe
a weapon to them. Yes. And so I believe that this is just my hunch that they're preparing from the relatively somewhat safe confines of this refugee camp before they make their escape.
okay. So what do you suggest we do instead?
Well, I'm not quite sure how to get out of this city now. I'm honestly, after learning about it, very surprised that Sation and I made it outside of the city and into the refugee camp to begin with. But I say, why don't we try and sneak through there under the cover of night? Back to the refugee camp, and then seek refuge with the dwarves and see if they can get us out of here. Because at the moment, nobody cares that we're here.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal, so if we left, I don't think anyone would care at the same time. But I think just going straight up to a tower gate and asking to leave, I don't think that's going to end very well. It would probably just end with a no, to be honest.
All right. I'm down for cover of darkness again. How do you guys feel?
Cover of darkness has never let us down before.
Did you guys tell us what you guys were up to?
Yeah, we told you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the only thing that concerns me is what Michael said about being out past curfew.
Mm.
Um,
We found a man with his throat slit in the morning.
I see. Well, that's
Probably nothing to do with it, though.
yeah.
Yeah, that seems kind of personal.
That was okay. I also mentioned to so when I was catching everyone up, I probably also mentioned something about the dude with the last name of Kilgrave. So
Alistair Kilgrave?
I'm not sure.
That crazy old bat made him out of Bitterbird? Where did they say he was going?
I believe just up north, from what I understand. He was here and then left. Yeah, so apparently there was another survivor from Bitterbird. Anyways.
Crazy old man. Glad to hear he's okay. For now.
Yeah.
Okay. So back to the cover of night plan. Do we risk going out past curfew? I think yes.
I say there's plenty of day ahead of us. Let's go back to Michael's place, and I would like to ask him a few questions.
That's good.
So, I guess you
I
guys.
concur.
Yeah. So we head
One
back to
second,
Michael's place.
Okay, we're heading back to Michael's place.
Yeah. So, Hazor, I heard you lost a strength contest?
I'd prefer to not talk about it.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
All right, you guys head back to Michael's place, and he's back by this point, and he goes, hello? Who's all this?
Yeah, I'm the drunk girl that slept on your floor last night.
Yeah, I know you, and I know the large man, but who are these two?
These are our friends who are stuck in the Dwarven refugee camp. We're trying to find a way out of the city, and
And they let you out?
Yeah, I just asked them to find them, and they did.
Curious.
How does one leave the city, Michael?
Well, it's relatively easy to leave the city. It's very hard to leave the refugee camp. I would say, easy is a relative term. You have to have coin. And it's usually pretty hefty a price to get out. Free to get in. They don't care if you go in. It's really getting out they charge you for.
Interesting. My name's Saul, by the way. I was told your father knew something about me, or potentially knew something about this, and I show him the amulet thing.
He goes, I don't know what it is, but I remember something when I was a child. There was another person who wore something very similar to that. Not quite the same, though. He had slightly different carvings on the edges. He only visited once or twice, but he lived up north.
I see.
I think... Oh, where did he live? I forget. I think he lived somewhere near Duluth, but I could be mistaken.
I see. Well, thank you for that piece of information. I'm just trying to figure out the meaning of life. But, so you said it was going to be relatively easy to get out of the city with enough coin.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, put your coin on the table. Let's see
Well,
if
what about the dwarves though?
what about the dwarves? There's also human refugees there too.
Yeah. Michael, we were also kind of considering seeing what we could do about getting them out. Do you have any thoughts?
It's suicide?
Oh, okay, great. Coin it is. And then I put my bag of coins on the table.
As you guys are assembling your coins, you hear a on the door.
Well, I quickly hide the coin.
Yeah.
Very quickly. I don't want.
Michael kind of looks around. He peeks out the window and goes, "Oh no." Opens it and he goes, "Yes, masters." And it's a very prominent looking guy in the same black armor. He goes, "We're gonna need to have you stay in for a little while." He goes, "But whatever for?" And they go, "You don't need to know that. Just stay in your house and do not leave." And he goes, "Okay," and shuts the door. He goes, "I guess we can't leave for a little while."
Curious. Nice. Michael, do you know of anything that happens past curfew?
No. I strictly stay in the house. I do not leave. I mind my business. Poking your nose into things is how people end up missing.
I see. Yeah. Well, our business is poking our nose into other people's business. So, we just need to get out of the city. Ugh.
Yeah. How close is it to nightfall?
It's still late morning,
Oh, okay.
almost noon. Yeah, what do you guys do?
I'm shot for ideas. I don't know.
I kind of want to see what's going on.
Hazel, what do you think?
I don't know. Michael, why are they having us stay inside?
Something about a fairly prominent member of the guard being killed?
So that's who that guy was.
Does he wear a ring?
I mean, probably most important people have rings.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure.
We might have seen that guy's body this morning. Yeah.
No. Please do not tell me you were not involved.
We saw the body. I
We
tried
left it
to.
be.
Yeah, we're fine. It's not
The
us.
guards
I promise.
cannot know that you saw it. They'll ask questions.
We saw a body, not his.
Ooh. He just gets very nervous and.
Well, look, they can't ask me questions if they can't see me. So I could just, like, go out there, see what's going on.
He goes, I do not suggest that.
How long are we supposed to stay indoors?
I don't know. They said they were curfewing this part of town for the whole day.
I see. Well, considering the location of where the body was seen and where that is in relation to this house, I'd say that they're probably going to be making rounds, interrogating and potentially breaking in to the houses.
He goes,
Well, then why wouldn't they have just broken into the house when they first came around?
I mean, that's a good point, but was it not a prominent figure?
I don't know. He just had a ring. It just seemed personal.
Right.
So if it is, we're probably not in danger. I think I want to go and see what's up. You guys can do whatever you want. You have my coin. You can get out of the city if you need to. You don't have to come with me. But we have nothing else to do.
I feel like that's true. That's kind of a death wish, in my opinion.
Again,
But
not if they can't see me.
fair enough.
And look, if we're gonna go out later, then we have to figure out what they're doing now. So if there's certain parts of town we have to avoid, we know. So we're not finding all of this out when we inevitably escape later.
True. Caleb, how stealthy are you?
Let's see. Not
And-
really at all.
Andrew, do you have any stealth as well?
No, I don't.
Okay.
More of a, not stealth guy.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I mean, I have trailing +1 and gambling +1.
Gambling. All right.
Didn't really help.
Well. Okay. I can't think of anything right now. I think that's fine, and I think one person doing this stealthiness is probably going to be safer than a whole party, but I'm just very worried about.
Look, again, I'll be fine. You have my coin. If something goes wrong, you can just buy your way out. And yeah, don't worry about me. I'll be okay.
so just as a story master suggestion thing here, you're going to be hard pressed to sneak around in broad daylight.
Yeah.
Because there's not really a back alley access. You'd be heading onto the main street. So
It could be something
you
that
would
she does under the
you-
cover of the night.
you would have to do
Yeah.
it at night, likely. But like if it's at night, you guys probably could sneak out together or in smaller groups. Because sending someone alone is also quite risky.
I think so. Okay.
We'll just pretend that, like, Michael said this or something. All right, fair. Look, fine, I'll go at night.
So here's the thing. This just makes our plan a lot harder to do because there's going to be an increased foot traffic past curfew. But other than that, let's think about the next step. Say we don't get seen. How do we get out of the gates? Because there are still guards there, even at night.
Well, I have a bad idea.
Okay, let's hear it.
I still have my mom's potions.
Mhm,
I don't know when else I'm gonna see what they do.
that's true.
Can I smell the one that says "Do not touch"?
No, you cannot.
But what if it helps you find out what it does?
Can you waft? Like, you can't sniff it, you gotta waft. Do you understand? Because if you waft, you can smell it, but if you sniff, you might inhale something. Do you understand that? Do you understand?
I understand.
Okay, I give it to
Is
him.
Michael still next to us?
No, Michael went in his room. He wants nothing to deal with
Michael's
y'all.
having a small panic attack.
All right.
Okay.
Let me go.
I
bear
hand it
mode
to
real
him and I
fast.
say waft, waft,
Let me get my bear nose out real fast.
All right.
waft with your bear paws.
All right, bear nose is out. What does it smell like,
It's-
Story Master?
Absolutely nothing. It is completely odorless.
It would appear that
Can you talk
It's
in bear
just-
form?
yeah,
Oh, okay. I was just curious.
I am a werebear.
I didn't know if it was like rah, 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 and then you have to like transform back into a human.
Can't the werewolves speak in Twilight? Small tangent.
Your source material.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
You know the inspiration behind his character now.
smells like nothing but water.
Okay, I take it back.
Bear nose
Okay.
comes off.
It's just water.
When you said that, I just imagined like a prop nose that.
Yeah, just like
Could I? Okay, so here's an idea that I would like to propose to everyone. Is that I think it would be a good idea to try and find somewhere along the walls we could climb over. I don't know if that's even possible, but if there's anyone in here that does know, it would be Michael. Not that he seems like he's very well versed in any sort of dealings outside of his house. But I guess I politely knock on the door, say, "Hey, Michael."
He opens the door and goes, "Yes."
"Hey, buddy. Hey, we were wondering if there was any spots along the city walls that you might be able to clamber over under
He
the
goes,
cover of dark."
Why would I know that?
I'm not sure, man. You're just part of the city, and we're not part of the city. I was just, kind of.
He goes, "Good luck. I mean, they're thick and they're tall, and they have guards at the top. Oh man."
All right, buddy.
Look.
Well, I'm.
Man, would you rather have us leave, or would you rather have us still in your house doing all of these dangerous, subversive things and talking about it with you? Which implies that you're
Really?
culpable now.
Oh no. It's
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Hey, Keo. Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe leave the convincing to someone with a little.
I'm just
smoother
trying
tongue.
to.
Like maybe Hazor even.
Oh, okay. Cool. I'm sorry, and I just kind of like pat him on the shoulder and
He's
Because-
like full on panic attack.
He goes, "If you leave right now, then they'll notice. Just go after dark."
Suppose we just gotta go out.
Why don't we just leave now and go to the tavern, settle it over a pint,
Well, we're not supposed to leave. It's like we're quarantined. This whole
What are they gonna say?
This whole like 5 city block area is like quarantined off.
And what, they're gonna look at us and say, "Hey, go back inside"? No, we're gonna go right to the tavern.
No, they're gonna say, "Hey, get in jail. Hey, we're gonna kill you." This isn't.
let's just wait till night and see what's up.
I
I think
concur.
that's what we do.
While we wait,
Right.
I put the scroll. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put both scrolls that I have, my mysterious one, and my scroll of the way, on the table, and I'm like, okay. Do you think anyone here can try and understand these writings?
I have religious lore.
Not this
No.
religious lore.
Okay. Other religion.
Well,
Sorry.
oh well. All right. I just roll them up and put them in like a safe spot. I don't know. Yeah. Gosh, I don't like the sound of this. I really just don't.
Yeah, it's a sticky situation,
Truly.
I say.
Oh well.
I say we take a nap until the night.
He's down for that. Kyo's down for that.
Kia's a little hungover still.
Yeah. You gotta sleep that hangover off.
I'll probably try to do the same thing that I did the night before, except like in the middle of the day, where I like just look at my amulet again, try and see if anything happens.
All right.
I don't think
I'm just gonna
anything's
stand by
happen.
the door while they're all pondering
Alright.
amulets and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, the rest of you doze off. Hazor just kind of stands there. A couple hours pass. You all wake up. Blaine, sadly, nothing happens.
Figured.
You guys wake up. It's dark outside, and peer out the window, and there doesn't seem to be any guards around.
All right, guys. I think it's the time to move is now.
Maybe
Yeah.
we should make a distraction.
5 more minutes.
No, I think we're good.
I don't think a distraction would be a good idea because
Well, if we throw a rock at a window across the street, maybe.
It's still being
Anybody-
the general area. Our goal is to like get out of this entire.
well.
Yeah, let's just go.
All right, you guys step out and walk down some side streets. As you walk through the town, you come to an alley and you twist and turn down it, and all of a sudden you hear the sound of a stringed instrument being plucked. It's somewhat distant, but you hear doom, 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 doom.
okay.
Is there a concert going on? You guys want to watch?
Is the Ulas trying to protect us from harps? Let's just keep going. It's fine.
I'd like to
Dun,
check it
dun,
out.
dun,
Quite honestly.
dun.
Look,
I
we
would
gotta.
really
We
like-
just gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of
Dun.
here. It's all we gotta get out.
Okay, yeah.
Doom.
Let's go stealthily.
As you guys walk down, there's a wall on one side. Are you guys heading south to the gate, to the south gate? Or are you heading to the north gate? Or are you heading to the opposite side of town? I just need to know.
We came in the south gate, right?
Mhm.
First, like,
Well, we're trying to go north eventually, so I guess north.
We venture to North Gate.
All right. As you guys pass around, there's a very large wall on your right. Just beyond it lies the Ulas mansion, or manse. As you turn down, you see a very large street open up to your left, towards the city gate. And you look, and there's a ton of guards facing away from you towards the gate.
Towards the gate?
The music is now louder. Doom, 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 doom.
Is there any like side street that goes the same direction, or is it just this one street?
There's this big one. There's an alley to the side that you can take, but it kind of runs parallel.
So is
I
the
take the
music
alley.
inside the city, or is it outside the city and the guards are looking at whatever's causing it?
Well, it's within the gates. They seem to be looking at something towards the edge of the city, though, but it seems to be within the gates.
Yeah, I'm taking the alley.
Okay.
All right. You guys kind of walk down the alley, and you guys kind of see a fog roll beneath your feet, coming from the main street to your left. You kind of hear some shouting from the guards, something along the line of, "Hold the line! Hold it! We will not be subverted by witchcraft today!"
That witchcraft Kyo like looks up.
You guys hear now 2 stringed instruments. Dun dun dun. Dun, 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 dun.
I think Kyo's curiosity gets the better of her, and she like kind of tries to peek over.
You can't see much through the fog. You would have to get on top of a building or through a side alley that connects to the main street.
So just to
Okay.
clarify, we're at the northern exit, the one that
Correct.
splits towards Vitterbrid on the right. So
Yeah. Except you're just before the gatehouse.
right. So this isn't really Saul talking, but if there's conflict that's coming from the direction of Vitterbrid, I'm very concerned. But as for Saul, I don't know if Saul would even know that this northern gate is the one bordering closest to where the road to Vitterbrid.
Yeah, would we probably wouldn't know that.
So I'm all for Kyo getting some more information. Maybe she hops on Hazor's shoulders or something. Maybe I say like, hey, you know.
What is this? Is this a concert? No, I think she's just gonna try and like take the side alley and try to get closer to the crowd.
Alright.
I think she goes off on her own.
Alright, roll for stealth.
Shit.
That is a 17 plus 2.
Okay, 19. Alright, you kind of hide behind some crates and look into the street. There is a single figure standing, and he has his hand out, and there's this very large, long, single-stringed instrument. Not really sure what it is. It almost looks like a bow, but he doesn't have arrows. He has like a cloak over his face, and he's just plucking it and pinching it at different places.
Okay.
Is that so? Both. That's the only thing I see though. Both of them are.
Yeah, you look that he's to the right in the fog. There seems to be the fog seems to be emanating from behind him. And on the other side is a group of very distraught and huddled together guards. Roll an observation check.
Oh, that's a 2. I don't see anything.
Okay.
I don't. Unless there's anything more to glean from this information, this scene, I just kind of like get back.
All right. As you kind of head back, you hear a very hard strum, and then a thud, like clashing against metal.
I turn like back around.
You see the guy like reach out with like he like pulls out like this bowstring and just strums it again, and you see kind of like in the mist there's a drifting something that's invisible that cuts through the mist and hits the shields of the guards again, and they kind of stumble back.
Is the gate open?
No, the gate is closed.
But the guards are outside?
All over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. But we came through the south entrance, right? So we'd be
Correct.
going back the way they. Okay. So I go back. I tell them all this, and I'm like, well, we can't go north, but the guards are all distracted. So I mean, I guess we just have to go back the way we came. I'm not down to fight this guy.
Oh, absolutely.
Or whatever's. No.
You guys hear footsteps above you on the rooftops,
Okay.
like running.
Can I?
You look up and there's like these dark covered figures with crossbows.
Are they
Small
pointing at
ones.
us?
No, they're just running. Like maybe one of them stops to look at you and just keeps running.
Where are they running to? Like
I don't
away
know,
from
back to
what's
where
happening?
you were coming from.
Hmm.
They're walking down the alley they're running down the alley the opposite way you were.
So they're running towards the instrument player.
No, towards
No.
the guards. Or really towards where the guards are facing from.
Okay. I mean, they're not actively attacking us. I think we should just go ahead to the southern gate. There's probably no one there. Let's just get out of here. I'm done. I'm done with the city.
I'm fine with that. Unless.
You can always go around the outside of the walls, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless a rock
Surely.
gets in the way.
A little while after, you guys kind of see guards come from the southern part of the alley and run into your friends on the rooftops, and they kind of go, "Up there!" And then all the rooftop runners shoot their crossbows, and all the guards get slashed to pieces and fall to the ground.
Does that remind me of anything? Does that look like what we saw with the guy, or can I even tell?
You would have to get closer to inspect it, but after shooting their crossbows, they recocked them and
Keep running.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think we
keep
just
running.
keep going. They don't seem to be after us.
I agree.
All right. You run down the alley and past the guards, and all the cuts are extremely clean, straight to the bone.
Mm-hmm. Same, like the same type of stuff you said you saw whenever that person was assassinated.
Uncannily
Yeah.
similar.
I don't like this at all.
Well,
I'm done playing detective. I already saw one dead body today. I'm done.
As you guys pass it, you guys hear thump, and then one of those cloaked figures falls into the alley with an arrow stuck in them.
Oh, I run over to help. Wait, did they die?
Yeah.
I run over and like try and I don't know. I try and see if I can help, and then pull back the hood.
You pull back the hood, and it's people that look very similar to some of the human refugees.
Okay. I run over to the body as well because I think, I mean, it's foggy, right? So I think maybe I can help
Yeah.
him, but then I find out he's dead. I'd like to see if he's wearing an amulet as well.
He is not.
No? Any sort
He's
of
not wearing an amulet.
markings, anything that would identify?
He has a tattoo on his right arm.
Of just
You're not really sure.
okay.
Do the thing I did with the other body where I put my hand on the deceased's head and mumble something.
You guys hear a whole bunch of strumming sounds, and more screaming.
Coming from behind us?
No, from the street over.
Okay.
A very loud crash of metal. And crashing of stone. Kind of peer over. It seems a corner of a building was taken out.
Oh wow. So we've recognized these guys to be somewhat similar to the human refugees. If that's the case, instead of going to the south entrance, let's go back to the refugee entrance. Possibly.
So hard to get you guys out of there. What? How are we gonna get out of there from the refugee camp? How are we even gonna get into the camp?
I just think if there's gonna be, well, never mind. Let's just go to the south entrance.
All right. As you guys keep walking down the alley, there more guards start running through the main street that the alley empties into. Kind of have to duck for cover as they run past. After a while, you guys sneak through, and through the confusion, no one really stops you. They all have their backs turned. Uh-oh.
Yo.
Hello.
Hello.
You good?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Might want to. Yeah, there we go. They all have their backs turned to you, but you notice a couple of the hooded figures have been killed, but a lot more guards have taken hits. And after a while, they kind of dip back into the mist, and the guards chase them into the mist and kind of shout cheers of victory. And you guys slip into another alley and make your way back.
Okay. Sounds like the fighting is starting to die down. Let's make our way quickly to the southern exit.
You guys get to the southern exit fairly easily. You have to take like side alleys the entire way because the main road is crawling with people. You get to the southern gate, and there are guards just swarming everywhere.
Shoot.
Oh, look. We could still just pay him off.
Right now?
We still have all of our money, right?
Yeah, but it's
Seem a little busy.
a little illegal, I suppose, to be out right now.
Well, okay. We can't go to the north. We can't go to the south.
Yeah. There's one to the east, actually, but I doubt it's going to be any different. If I'm being honest. I mean, I don't know.
Are we just stuck?
I don't think we can take these guys on at all.
Do we hear the?
How
Do we
many
hear
are
the?
there?
Oh, there's easily like 40.
Yeah.
It's doable.
Can we still hear the music?
No, there's no music.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, there's another exit to the east, and then there is the refugee camp to the west. So
I don't know what to do. I guess we could just kind of wait this out. Wait for people to go back home.
potentially,
Cause a disturbance somewhere else.
Always throw a rock at a window and see what happens. I do have +1 to throw, so could go well.
potentially. I think we need to probably get a better idea of the situation before we go charging at one gate in particular. So can we try and make our way to the gate at the east
Yeah, sure.
without
It would be
being noticed?
difficult. There's a major street in your way.
Yeah. Okay. Would it not be as difficult to go to the gate to the west?
Not as difficult, but it'd be just as difficult to get through.
Right.
Because likely they've uncovered the bodies of said people, and they've probably discovered they look like the refugees.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. Man, I don't know.
Peek around again and see like what's happening in the street right now.
A lot of guard formations and people. They're like knocking on doors, and some of them are just kicking in the doors and searching. There's a lot of frisking going on.
Okay. So eventually the alleys are not going to be safe that we are in. This is turning into quite the situation. So we are at the south, near the south gate, which means, I don't know what it means. What does it mean, guys? What does that mean?
At this point, I think we just have to wait it out. Wait for things to die down and then try and leave later. I feel like anywhere we go is just going to be the same place. Same thing.
So you guys are kind of huddling, talking to you here. Hey, you!
Is it
Whoa.
There's some guards behind you, maybe 30 feet away. They're like, what are you doing out here right now?
Hazor?
Yeah.
They go,
Should I pick up a rock?
I mean,
okay, they're 30 feet away.
they start running towards you.
Okay, I have potions that aren't the do not touch ones. I have
Alright,
one
well-
for emergencies only. I give it to Hazor and I just say, go. Throw it.
I'm gonna throw it at them.
It's not the do not touch one. It's the for emergencies only.
Yeah.
Okay.
this is an emergency for sure.
Alright, well, you throw it and it breaks and it spills all over the ground and they go, like the glass gets on them, they go, ah!
Mhm.
And they start running at you again.
Okay, shoot. And then I was like, okay, well, I guess we were supposed to drink these.
Alright, good.
Great. And I take the other one and I drink it.
Which one?
The for emergencies only, not the do not touch.
Okay. You guys see Kyo drink this and then she disappears from y'all's sight.
Oh. Okay. Is there any left?
No, she drank the whole thing.
Well, there were 3 of them.
Correct. So there would be one more.
Okay.
Okay.
Give it to Hazor.
Mm.
I would
Me?
have,
Wait.
yeah,
All
absolutely.
right.
give it to Hazor.
Everyone roll initiative
Yeah.
because they would have caught up to you by now.
9.
All right.
18.
12.
I'm not dead, right? Like, I'm just invisible.
Yeah,
Deleted.
that would be
She's
correct.
gone.
You can still see the rest of them. They just can't see you.
That I'm like, but I don't know I'm invisible yet.
Correct.
Cool. I got 2.
All right. Well, they're gonna go first.
I got 18. Wow.
Okay. Considering they can't see Keo, they're gonna swing at you 3.
Yeah.
What's y'all's defense rating or armor class, whatever you want to call it?
12.
14.
12. It's just
14.
Okay. Hazor, one swings at you and misses.
yeah.
You just kind of dodge to the side. One of them swings at you, Saul, and hits for 5 damage.
10 health.
And one of them swings at you, Sation. And do you have any martial capability other than your hand-on-hand?
What do you mean? I have
Like, you have your hand-to-hand combat, I know.
right. I have break and block.
Okay, yeah, that... I will give you an attempt to block this, because you have parry, right?
Just
or you
block.
should. Just block?
block.
Okay. Alright, attempt to parry this.
With my block bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I have a block as well. Why didn't I get?
Oh, do you?
Oh wait, is that an athleticism thing?
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
well, I mean,
It
it
is
might
for me.
be.
I have +4 to my unarmed combat, so I don't know. Does that matter?
Well, you can roll to try and parry this. I'll give you it this time.
Alright.
Wait, so
Technically, you
should I
guys were a
roll-
little focused on the potions, so...
Should I roll unarmed then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then I rolled a 20.
Okay. What's your bonus?
+6. I rolled a 14.
Okay, so you block it.
So my bonus on unarmed is +4. I rolled a 7, so that's +13. No.
Yeah, it'll still hit
not
you.
+13.
Sorry.
11.
Yeah, sorry
It's
about
11, Blaine.
that. I know.
All right. Now that is done, Blaine, your turn.
My turn. Okay. Well, I suppose since my fists are already out, I guess I'll try to attack this guard.
All right.
So,
what do you do with it? Do you punch him? Do you?
well, he's wearing armor, so I was gonna try and it's unarmed combat. Okay, so I'll probably try and like knock him down, like sweep his leg.
Sweep his legs. Okay,
Yeah.
there we go. All right, roll to do that.
Rolled an 11 +4, I guess. So.
All right, you successfully do it. He gets knocked over. All right, who's next in initiative
Do I
order?
have an
I had
action
12.
after that, or is that my action?
Do you have multiple actions?
Uh,
That would be on your combat
Drop the
sheet.
pipe on him, Saul.
oh. No, I don't have any notes written down saying that I have multiple actions. So.
Okay, then I'll assume you don't.
Okay.
All right. Who rolled the highest after Saul?
I rolled a 12.
It's gonna be him.
Okay. All right, Station.
How many Gardos are we dealing with? here?
5.
And what kinds of weapons do they have?
Well, that's the thing. Some of them have most of them have axes. 2 of them have spears.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go werebear mode. I think that takes a turn, so I'll do that first.
Okay. Kind of shift and startles them a little.
It's my intimidation technique.
Who rolled next highest? Q or?
I rolled a 2.
Okay, then it's Hazor.
I'll guess I'll just swing at the guy who swung at me.
Right. Roll.
Do I use my axe or my break proficiency here?
It'd be your axe. Your break
Okay,
just
18.
adds to damage. Okay, you hit.
Okay. 5 plus 4. And then, do I add my break to the damage, or?
Correct.
So, 5 plus 4, 14.
Okay. 14 damage?
Yeah.
Dang, Hazor. Homie swole.
Got one thing I'm good at.
Alright. New guy hits. It like cleaves into him and he starts... blood starts flowing. Kyo, your turn.
I don't think she's realized that she's invisible yet.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm just gonna try and shoot darts at the 2 that are closest to, like the 2 up front, the 2 closest to the party.
Got it.
Now, would that, because she's invisible, would that be a bonus to...
Well, I don't know
No.
I'm invisible.
But even if you don't, the people...
There wouldn't be a bonus, because it's just a projectile.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So, like, if she was... Like, if she was flanking them, yeah.
Okay.
But it's coming from the front. They'll still see the projectiles, but it's... Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's a 16 plus 2 and 18.
Alright, you'll hit them both. Roll for damage.
3. And another 3.
Alright, you kill the one in front of Hazor. The other one just kind of gets hit and... like... seizes up.
And I'm just like, I'm
falls on the
sorry,
ground.
I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry.
Alright, next round.
Yep,
Alright, who has the highest?
they do. Because I had an 18, but they attacked before me. Right?
Oh, well, you re-roll initiative every round.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I got a 17.
13.
15.
4.
Okay. Everyone, then guards, then Kyo.
Cool, so Hazor first.
Alright. So the guy that Kyo wounded is still kicking, right?
Correct. You would have to step up to attack him. And step over the
am I
body you
within-
swung at.
Alright, I'll just step up to him and swing at him then. Or
Alright.
is that 1 turn or 2 turns?
Well, movement doesn't cost you a turn.
Okay, alright.
Um,
Got a 10.
okay. You miss on that first strike. Do you only get 1 attack? Or is it
I
2?
don't know. There's nothing written down.
What's your bonus?
Plus 4.
You should get 2.
Oh, okay. I'll just swing again then. I got a 22.
Okay, you hit on that one. Roll for damage.
What's that? 9.
All right.
Solid.
That one was already damaged a little, and so you hit him, and he just falls to the ground and like spews up some blood.
Okay.
That was the one in front of you. Saul, you just kind of see Hazor go, "Ah!"
Oh shit! After I already knocked him
and
to the
he
ground.
strikes him. Yeah,
Oh my god.
strikes him down. And he's
All right. Oh, this is gonna be perfect. If that's the case, so it's my turn.
yeah. So
Colton,
Blaine, Hazor currently stepped in front of you, so you would have to roll around. You would have to move around Hazor to hit the next person.
right, which is both of them are near Station, because there's two
Actually,
people
all
left,
three
right?
of them
All
are
three?
near Station.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm gonna help a brother out. I rolled a 12 to move, I guess.
Oh, you don't have to roll to move.
Okay, well then I'm gonna move.
You just tell me to move.
I move to help Station out. Rolled a 12 plus 4 for my unarmed combat.
Okay. What action are you doing?
I'm gonna poke his eyes, if that's all right.
Okay.
Do they have helmets on?
Yes, but they're not covering their faces.
Oh, okay.
You kind of go to poke their eyes, and they move to block you and knock your hand away.
Dang. See, I really am useless in combat.
No, you're not, Blaine.
Is
Saul,
talking
no,
a
you're not.
free action? Can I just talk?
Yes.
Okay. I'm like, look, I don't want to do this to anyone. We're just trying to get out of the city. We're not trying to hurt anyone. Just trying to. Do we
The
not?
guards are like, hell you are. And then they're like, mysterious voice from nowhere.
What do you mean, what? I'm right here.
Is this a free
All right,
action for
Station,
me as
your
well?
turn.
Because I can be like, Keo, where are you?
What do
Saul,
you
are you
mean?
ready? Are you ready for how useful you actually are, Saul?
Yeah.
So I was surrounded by guards, right?
Correct.
And Saul just distracted one.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to maul the guy that is no longer facing me and is facing Saul instead.
All right. Roll to attack. How many attacks are you using on this guy?
I get
One
two.
or two?
I get two.
Two? All right.
I rolled 15.
Both? On both of them, or just
On
one?
15 on the first one, and 9 on the second one.
Okay, you'll hit the first time. The second
Okay.
one you'll miss.
Okay.
Roll for damage.
4.
Okay, you hit him and he... Ugh. He turns around, and it is now the guard's turn. He swings at you, but misses. The one to the side of you takes his spear and thrusts it at you. Do you elect to parry this?
Why not?
Okay. Just pay in mind, you're just going to get one parry for this turn, so...
Yeah. 11. Plus 2, 13.
Okay. That won't cut it, sorry.
That's okay. I got a big bear skin.
Alright, you'll take 7 damage. And
Okay.
you're going to bleed 2 damage around until you patch up the wound.
Okay.
Oh. Well, that's fun. Keo's turn? No. Yeah.
No, last guard's turn.
Oh.
What's your AC again, Station?
12.
Okay, this one misses. He tries
Okay.
to thrust, but he misses. Alright. Now it's Kio's turn. Pay in mind, Keo, all of your allies are between you and the enemies, except for the one to the right of Station.
Me?
Okay.
Am I to the right?
The guard to the
Oh,
right of
the
Station
guard
is
to the right
not.
of Station. I see.
So I can just like. There's nothing between. Station isn't standing between me and that guard.
Correct. He's the only one that isn't covered by your allies.
Okay, I think I'm just gonna try and like punch him in the gut. I don't think
Alright.
she's not very good at that, but we'll see.
All right, move and punch. All right. Do you have any proficiency in unarmed?
Yeah. I have a plus
Okay.
1.
Okay. I
And
just
that is
want
a
to know whether there's a minus applied.
No. I got a 12 total.
Okay. All right, you hit him. But you're gonna hurt your hand because he has a metal chest plate on.
Oh, okay, so I go boom.
So you like how much? Roll for damage. It'll be a D. Well, actually, do you have any strength bonuses?
Like break?
I don't think so. No.
Okay, then it'll be a straight 1 damage
Okay.
to him. He like gets he's but you also take a point of damage because
Yeah,
it
no,
hurt your hand really bad.
I go I'm sorry, Station, I tried.
All right.
I'm just on the ground, bleeding out currently.
Initiative for next round.
18.
13.
19.
18.
8. Wow.
All right. Anyone who has an 18 or better goes before them.
Woo!
I have a 19.
Yeah.
All right. Then I guess you go first.
I think I'm gonna actually try a healing spell. Wait, is there anything organic around me? Any grass or anything?
You look around, and there are some vines on a trellis to your right.
Can I reach them and then reach Station at the same time? Or no, wait, I don't. No. That doesn't matter. Okay, I'm just gonna cast the healing spell, and then you'll tell me how well that works out.
All right, roll.
That's a 14 plus 2 is 16.
All right. You see the trellis kind of fade and crumble to the ground. And Sation, you get 4 HP.
Am I still bleeding out?
Yes, you're still bleeding, but you get 4 HP back.
Okay, I respect that.
Yeah. You will still lose 2 HP at the end of this round, but
Fine. Thanks, Kyo.
Yeah.
Got me
Q, you feel a little woozy after that one. Oh,
Yeah, I like hold on.
you're a little
like,
dizzy, and
yeah, I'm like holding onto the wall. I'm like, I don't know how Mom did this.
as you cast the spell, you kind of heard as the things withered.
As the vines died. All right.
The vines cried as you used their power.
Andrew, can I go first?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, Carl. Could I try and wrap my chain around one of the guards?
Yeah, you can whip it over him and try and
try and
grapple him. Yeah.
Choke him out? Are you gonna choke this guy out?
I'm gonna try and incapacitate him. That way, you can very easily hurt him.
Eat his face.
Yeah.
All right, roll.
So,
Pay in mind, he will get a parry. So
okay, so I'm rolling for like chained weapon. My chained weapon
Correct.
bonus. Oh, I rolled a 9.
Okay.
Bonus?
He parries it, but when he parries it, the chain wraps around his weapon.
Okay, well then, I
What
guess
bonus do you have on your
on
chained weapon?
+1.
Okay, so you only get 1 attack.
But
All right.
so it's wrapped around, so he can't use his weapon
Yeah,
very well.
his weapon is now
Snagged.
snagged. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Station's turn.
Is this the same guy I just jumped at?
Oh yeah.
So he's got like a disadvantage to parrying and stuff like that, probably.
Oh, he can't
All right.
parry.
Yeah. So, okay,
I'm about
so
to eat this guy's face.
Yeah, I
Can I
wrapped the
bite
chain.
him twice?
For a bite, it's a fairly violent action, and it devotes a lot of resources. So that's gonna be just 1 bite.
Okay, but what
You
would
can-
I roll?
You can hit him and then bite him, but biting him in 2 turns is a little awkward.
Fair enough. All right, I will attack him with my claws then.
All right, 2 attacks.
Sure.
Okay.
One is a 18,
Okay, that hits.
and the other is a 15.
He's grappled, so that also hits.
Hell yeah.
Okay. I roll a 6 for the first hit and a 7 for the second hit.
All right, you go, bah, bah, and he like gets gashed the first time. He goes, ah, and then the second time he goes, and falls down, lets go of his weapon. So the axe falls to the ground with your chain.
Saul has obtained axe.
Master has given Saul an axe. Saul is happy.
Saul starts spinning.
All right, Hazor.
Is there only one left?
Did you roll an
I got a
18 or
13,
okay?
13.
Then they're gonna go next. All right. Okay, one of them tries to attack Station, but misses. The other one swings towards where the person who punched him last turn was. And he just swings wildly with his axe. Kyo, since you're invisible, he has a minus, so he misses. And just right over your head.
Opportunity attack? Or no?
Hmm?
Do I get an opportunity attack or no? Because he's close
No.
to me. Yeah.
You don't have a high enough proficiency for that. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. And initiative for next round.
Oh.
Or
Wait,
wait,
what about
no,
Caleb?
Azor. My
Yeah, I gotta
bad.
go. What is the aggressive style like used for? Is that like?
It increases damage
Oh, okay.
at the cost of lowering your AC.
I see.
Solid.
Can I just
if
run
you,
up to
if you
the?
hit someone, you don't need your AC.
Yeah,
right
true.
here. If you hit them, they'll die.
Go the DPS
Can I like sprint
route.
at one of them and just try to truck him like really hard?
Hey, sure, go
the
for
dirt.
it.
All right. Would that be unarmed or?
No, that would you can just roll for your
All right.
because
Use
you're
your
just trying to
axe.
hit it. Yeah, just use
Uh,
your axe and knock him over.
Well, I got a 10.
10. Yeah, you'll
Really-
miss.
Really losing those strength contests right now.
Yeah, for real. When it counts.
You go for the tackle and you just whiff. You just fall.
Yeah.
Maybe Hazor needs some glasses.
Maybe.
All right.
Anyways.
The guy with the spear tries to turn around on an opportunity attack on you, but misses.
Nice.
Lucky.
All right.
Initiative.
Next turn.
I rolled a 10.
Goodbye, 2 HP.
I got an 8.
I also got an 8.
All right. Anyone higher than a 17? Okay.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
All right. The one that just swiped at Hazor swings again. And he misses again.
Nice.
All right.
There are 2 guards left.
Yeah, there's 2. The one with the axe swings at Sation. Sation, you have the opportunity to parry.
14.
All right. 14 total.
Yes.
Okay. The axe burrows in to your forearm.
Ouch.
Damn.
You're going to take 1 damage, and you're going to take an additional 1 damage of bleeding on top of what you currently have at the end of this
Okay.
round.
Ouch.
All right, and everybody else.
So I rolled a 10. Did anyone else roll higher than a 10?
I got a 13.
Okay.
How
right,
am
Kyo.
how am I doing? I'm still kind of woozy from the last spell.
A little bit, yeah.
Am I still invisible?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna try and entangle the one. There's one with the axe and then another.
Correct, and there's one with a spear beyond him. But the axe is closest to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to entangle the one with the axe.
Okay, roll.
That's a 5. Never mind.
Okay. You try to do it, but you get too woozy and you fall over and catch yourself before you hit the ground, but you're exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
Who's next?
I am.
What you got,
I'm
Saul?
so I'm kind of digging the chain right now, and I want to see if I can't wrap it around this guard with the axe's neck.
Well, he's on the other side of station from you. You would have
Oh,
to attack the one with the spear.
That's fine. I'll do that too. I'll do that instead.
Just pay in mind that you also have an axe currently grappled by your chain too.
Yeah, but everyone else is too close. I wouldn't want to try and swing a double thing and risk like. Well,
Fair.
actually, that would be pretty cool. What if? No,
Well,
wait, hold on.
Oh, think about this.
This
If
is
you
not-
miss and it hits me,
You gotta
I
make
will
a
die.
decision quick, bud. It's
Yeah.
combat.
I'm just gonna wrap it around the dude's neck. I don't care about the axe that's right there.
Okay, you're gonna be at a minus because you're trying to go behind him, but go him.
Oh, I mean, it's grappled though, right?
Correct, but you
Okay.
will be at a minus simply because it's not exactly a quick maneuver.
Okay, so do I roll twice? Like a disadvantage or minus?
Just roll, and
Alright.
I'll add a minus to it.
So I add my chain weapon proficiency, so 15
Correct.
total.
Okay. Okay. He attempts to parry, but he fails. He drops his weapon and catches the chain and.
Yeah.
All right. Station.
Ripe for the picking.
So this guy is also near me, right?
Correct. He's in front of you.
And he just dropped his spear.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I'm not gonna try to use that spear right now.
Oh, smart.
I'm just gonna roll to attack twice again.
Okay. Roll.
Andrew, how are you looking on health?
7. I am currently sitting at 11 HP, soon to be 8 at the end of the round.
I'll get once we finish. I'll help you patch up.
First one was a 13. Second one is 24.
Okay. Both of them are gonna hit because he's currently fighting for his life.
I'll roll for damage now.
Yep.
First one is an 8. Second is a 7.
All right. He takes 2 slashes and goes, and he gets the damage and, like, in the shock, like, goes to block you, but that makes him let go of the chain. Blaine, you now have complete domination over this
You have
man.
blood on your hands now.
So I can kill this fool?
Well, you're currently crushing his windpipe, so you'll kill him next turn.
Alright.
All right.
He doesn't bleed out from my claws by then.
Yeah.
Which he will, but,
Yeah.
you know, he's gonna die either way.
He's
all right.
hard for me, Saul.
Who's next?
It's
Is it Hazor or Gia?
Yeah. Is there
Okay.
anybody left?
Yeah.
There's one guy. One guy on
Yeah,
the back.
but you can't really get to him.
Is it that close together?
I mean, they're against a wall right now, so it'd be hard for Hazor to get to him.
Hmm. Can I pick up a rock and throw it at his head?
When in doubt, throw a rock.
There's not really any rocks to pick up.
What about the spear that the dude dropped?
He would have to go through you to get it.
What about any of the
What about
axes?
the axe that was
Yeah.
on the ground?
Like Caleb's just straight up killed someone.
Currently entangled in Saul's chain.
That's true. It's 30
That was
feet.
the guy
though.
that
It's
What
30
about
feet.
the axe
though.
of the guy who he just murdered?
I mean, he would have to go back for that because, like, he hit him and he moved.
I guess I'll just start moving around to get to the other guy in this turn.
All right.
So this dude's like pretty much trapped now. Like he can't move.
Correct. Next turn passes. The die in Blaine's clutches asphyxiates.
Ha!
Kia, did you go?
Yeah.
She tried to.
I failed
to
it. I failed the
entangle.
spell, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I thought you did, but I was like, did she?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Initiative for the last guy. If anyone rolls better than a 4, you win.
Go, baby.
I rolled a
5.
fucking 1. I rolled a 1.
I rolled an 11.
16.
Okay. All right, Kia, you go first.
Um,
I mean, action number
So-
1, I guess, would be to pick yourself up, but
yeah. Can I do that? Is that like my
Yeah.
free action to pick myself? Okay. So
well, it's not a free action. It's an action. But
well, can I not do anything else then? Just pick
I mean,
myself
you
up?
can like either get up or you're on the ground. You can try and kick his legs out from under him.
No, I'll just try to get up.
Okay. All right, you get up and out of the way. Who rolled next highest?
I did.
All right, Station.
So this guy is near me, right?
Correct.
And he has an axe.
Correct.
Is there a disarm skill, or is that just unarmed combat?
Disarm would be an ability of disarmed combat or unarmed combat at higher level.
But I don't have that.
You
at
don't
+6.
currently have it, no.
Okay. And Hazor just moved near the guy.
Correct.
I am going to run behind Hazor, so I'm not about to get slashed and die right here.
Okay, you
I'm-
move out
I'm
of the
running-
way.
I'm running
Gotcha.
pretty low.
All right. Who rolled next highest?
Me.
I think it was
5.
Hazor. 5. All right.
Kill him, Hazor.
So he's against a wall, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna sprint at him and just bash him into that wall with all of my mass.
Gotcha.
Please don't miss again.
His head just goes to
This'll be
the
real.
wall.
I got a 14.
Okay. That'll hit.
All right. How much damage is that going to be? Just regular axe damage, or?
Well, you're bashing into him, so I'll take the D6 plus whatever your break proficiency is.
It's 8 damage.
8. All right.
Oh, I thought it was.
You hit him
8.
and
Okay, never mind. Go on.
you hit him and he goes. He's gonna swing back at you for his turn because he's like here. You have him pinned against the wall. He's gonna hit you, Hazor, in the back. For 6 damage. And you'll take 2 bleed damage at the end of this round. All right.
So was
Ansel?
that his turn? Was
Yeah.
attacking? Okay.
Correct.
So is there anything I can do with Hazor pushing him?
I mean, he's currently got him pinned. You can like punch him or hit him with the end of your chain.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna punch this dude. I'm gonna. Punch
All right.
him.
Kill him with
Roll to punch.
your knuckles.
I rolled a 4 plus 4 is 8. So I might punch Hazor accidentally.
No, you just miss.
Okay. I haven't done any actual damage, but I've killed a dude.
All right. Next turn.
Yeah.
Anyone got a better than a 17?
I got a
Tied.
16.
I have an 8.
All
I
right.
tied 17.
Hazor, you'll go first.
Finish him.
Yeah, I'll just step back and kind of swing at him like usual.
You don't really have room for that. You can't really
really?
step back to swing. because you're like down here. You
I'll like
probably
get it my axe and just
you'd
like,
probably
bash
get
it into him.
you'd probably have a better chance of just. You've got him grappled right now. I would just move back and slam him into the wall again.
Yeah, okay, I'll
Plot
do
him.
that. That would be a 19 to hit.
You hit him.
Yeah.
Roll for damage again.
8 again.
All right, you hit him and he spews blood all over your back.
Oh, that's not good.
And
Am I getting
he
infected?
just passes out.
Okay.
All right.
Hazor's about to get.
See, I was trying to keep him
Falls, dude.
alive so we could question him. So now we just need to wake him up and see what he has to say.
We
I
just
think-
gotta find somewhere to hide now. We've killed multiple people. And she just goes and does her little blessing to all the ones that she can find, and then she's like, "Yeah, let's get out of here."
We just hear soft walking, but we can't see what's going on.
I take my under robe, like I don't know, any sort of like, because I'm assuming I have like somewhat of a robe.
You have an
on.
inner and an outer tunic.
Okay, I take my inner tunic off and try to like rip it up to stop the bleeding on Station and Hazor, kind of fix like
Okay.
Oh yeah, can I roll like? Would it be field
who's got
medicine if
who?
you're-
I got Station,
Okay, I'll take Hazor.
but he's gonna need actual healing. I'm just trying to
I'm
stop the
in
bleeding.
better
not-
shape than Station, to be fair.
Well, I just
Well,
want
do
to
you
stop
have-
the bleeding. I'm not trying to like
Okay.
heal anyone.
You guys better go quick because they're gonna bleed out if you keep bickering about it.
I know. I'm going
Okay.
to Station right now.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I need skill checks from both of you.
Are we doing field medicine or?
If you have
Or
field
first
medicine, take field medicine and add it to your first aid.
If that's the case, Kyo, switch with me because I don't have any.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going
wait,
unconscious.
so do-
Please heal me right now, please.
Okay, so I have a 12 plus. So 3 for first aid and 2 for field medicine, so that's a 17 total.
All right. You patch him up. It stops the bleeding for now, but he is gonna pass out and revert back into human form.
I rolled a nat 1.
Oh my god.
You try to wrap it
There's
up.
blood
you're like,
everywhere, man. I can't. It's just like
I'm not sure how to do this. You like
Can I-
start stuffing cloth into the wound and hope that it works.
I think
Can
there's something
I-
about dabbing.
Can I go
like
over
I'm
to
supposed to.
Hazor and try? Will he
Yeah.
die if I don't?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Okay, can I try it?
Yeah. Roll.
It's pretty
I got a
good.
7.
Ooh. You sort of stop the bleeding. But Hazor, you're currently going to lose 1 hit point a day.
It's not bad.
So
Mhm.
yeah, until you seek more proper medical attention. Kyo, you're at least well enough versed to know that what you just did was not that great, and he probably needs help.
Yeah, especially because it might get
Um,
infected now that he
shoot.
has guard blood and all of that.
Is there anywhere that we can just like hide until morning, or should we go all the way back to Michael's, or can we
You
go?
either got to go back to Michael's or you got to break into some poor dude's house.
Joseph's Inn is nearby.
You would have to go across a very busy street with 2 wounded
Really? I thought we
members
were on
of
the,
your party.
I thought we were on the west, or west. side?
Yeah, you are on the western side, but you're on the western side of that major road.
Oh, I
Let's
see.
So
just
you
go
would have
back
to
to
go
Michael's.
across it.
Let's just see if he can help us patch up Hazor. We have no other choice. This is a disaster.
Right. You guys had.
Before Station passes out, he looks to Saul and says, "Saul,
What is this, Station?
that was sick whenever you choked that dude out with your chain."
Right on, man.
And then Station passes out.
I think this is a good place to stop.
Agree.
So,
I concur.
all right. I'll dole out. Everyone gets 2 combat dice. Spread the points to skills you used. For those of you who healed, you get 1 dice towards those skills.
I think Kio's the only one that healed anyone.
Yeah, so
You actively
Keo-
did not heal.
Keo, you get dice towards your arcane stuff.
Just one.
Yeah, how about that
Oh wait, yeah.
philosophy roll?
No, I meant one to medicine. One to medicine.
Yeah.
One to art.
1 to medicine, 1 to magic.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give you a dice for your philosophizing there, Sation.
Let's go.
Can I get one to stealth?
Yes. I'll grant that.
And these are D6s, always?
Yeah.
Any free dice or just combat?
Let me think.
Because I don't think I did much.
Actually,
Really?
you did quite a bit of info gathering from that one guy that from Abram that advanced the plot, and especially a character subplot. So I'll give you a free dice.
All right.
And Kira, I'll give you a free dice because you helped advance the plot substantially as well.
Thank you.
Is that chart of the proficiencies and points somewhere now?
Let me see.
If not, I'm gonna need it because I just rolled pretty high and I definitely
Okay.
got it.
I'll share it with you guys
Okay.
on the Doodle Drive.
Yeah,
Okay.
please.
All right, gotcha. All right, well, that's it. Thank you guys for watching our podcast. Where will our heroes end up next week? Will Sation and Hazor survive? Will Michael be able to heal them? We don't know. Find out next on Dice Addicts Anonymous.